Hi guys, how are you all this week? I was glad to see a few of you during the week, even if it was through social distancing and not being able to, actually see you. I got to see you from a distance, so that was awesome. I do miss you all. Hope to see you all again very soon. And I'm going to start by reading the scripture that we did in church this week and then give you a little lesson about the scripture and tell you a little story. So let me start by reading the scripture. It starts in Matthew chapter 18, and it says, "Then Peter came up and said to him, 'Lord, how many times is my brother to sin against me, and am I to forgive him? Up to 7 times?' he asked. Jesus said to him, 'I say to you, not up to 7 times, but up to 77 times. That is why the kingdom of heaven has become like a king that wanted to settle accounts with his slaves. When he started to settle them, there was brought in a man who owed him 10,000 talents, which is equal to 60 million dinar. But because he did not have the means to pay back his master, his master ordered him and his wife and his children, all the things he had to be sold and payment to be made. Therefore, the slave fell down and began to do obeisance to him, saying, 'Be patient with me, and I will pay back everything to you.' Moved to pity at this, the master of that slave let him off and canceled his debt. But the slave went out and found one of his fellow slaves that was owing him 100 denarii. And grabbing him, he began to choke him, saying, 'Pay back whatever you owe.' Therefore his fellow slave fell down and began to entreat him, saying, 'Be patient with me, and I will pay you back.' However, he was not willing, but went off and had him thrown into prison until he should pay back what was owing. When therefore the fellow slaves saw the things that had happened, they became very much grieved, and they went and made clear to their master all the things that had happened. Then his master summoned him and said to him, 'Wicked slave, I canceled all that debt for you when you entreated me. Ought you not in turn to have had mercy on your fellow slaves, as I have had mercy on you?' With that his master, provoked to wrath, delivered him to the jailers until he should pay back all that was owing. In like manner," or just like the master, "Jesus' Father," or God, "will also deal with you if you do not forgive each one of your brothers, from the heart." So that's a story about forgiveness, and forgiveness can be very difficult for us to give, especially to people who are not asking for forgiveness. But I think it's key that we always remember to forgive those that have wronged us or hurt us. Jesus made it very clear that if we don't forgive, he may not forgive us. And as tough as it is to forgive, sometimes we just have to make it happen. I'm going to tell you a story about something that happened with Jenny and I when she was quite a bit younger than she is now. And this story starts out, she had just gotten in trouble. I don't remember what she did. She doesn't even remember this story, so it doesn't matter. But I had grounded her, and she's crying, and she came to me, and she said, "Daddy, I'm so sorry." And I said, "It's okay, I forgive you." And she was crying and crying, and she says, "Daddy, how come you always forgive me every time I do something wrong?" And I said, "You see, I learned that from Jesus." And much like Jenny, who needed forgiveness, we all need it. I'm sure that I've wronged somebody that I should apologize to, and that I should be seeking forgiveness from, much like each and every one of you have as well. So maybe this week, each one of you should tell your parents a story about someone that you need to forgive. Or have your parents tell you a story about someone that they needed to forgive. Or maybe talk about situations where you need to apologize for something you did wrong and seek forgiveness. I hope you all have a great week. I will talk to you all again very soon. Again, I miss you all. I love you guys. God bless.